Welcome to the Time TV channel.
US imposes tough sanctions on Russia for annexing Ukrainian territory. The United States has announced new severe sanctions against Russia in response to what President Joe Biden called Moscow's fraud claims that it had annexed four regions of Ukraine. The United States is imposing swift and severe sanctions on Russia, the White House said in a statement Friday. The US also stated that the G7 allies support the imposition of sanctions on any country that supports the Kremlin's efforts to incorporate Ukrainian territory. In a statement, Biden said he condemned the move by Russia. The US condemns Russia's fraudulent attempt today to annex the territory of sovereign Ukraine. Russia is violating international law, trampling on the UN Charter and showing its disdain for peaceful states everywhere, Biden said. The US will always respect Ukraine's internationally recognized borders. We will continue to support Ukraine's efforts to regain control of its territory by strengthening its hands militarily and diplomatically, including through the additional $1.1 billion in security assistance announced by the United States this week. The US Secretary of State, Antony Blinken, said the same thing. The US categorically rejects Russia's deceptive attempts to alter Ukraine's internationally recognized borders, Blinken said. In response, the United States and our allies and partners are charging fast and heavy FEs, he continued. The Biden administration insists the sanctions will target Russian lawmakers, government officials, family members, as well as industries that supply Russia's military, including international suppliers. The US Treasury said it sanctioned 14 people at Russia's military-industrial complex, to leaders of the country's central bank, family members of top officials, and 278 members of the Russian legislature for allowing Russia's bogus referendum and attempts to annex sovereign Ukraine. The Treasury also issued a guidance warning about the risk of increased sanctions for those outside Russia if they provide political or economic support to Moscow. Among those appointed were Deputy Prime Minister Alexander Novak, 109 members of the State Duma, Federation Council of the Federal Assembly of Russia and its 169 members, and the Governor of the Central Bank of Russia, Elvira Nabiullina. The US Commerce Department also added 57 entities in Russia and Crimea to the US export blacklist. It also issued new guidance saying that US restrictions on exports to Russia could apply to entities in other countries that support Russian and Belarusian military and industrial sectors by shipping prohibited technology and other goods prohibited by the US. And 37 countries with similar restrictions.